Welcome. I'm Bill Wake. Unfortunately, I did not hit go at the start of this session. It's good news in a way because I think I've saved you an hour of watching me stumble around. But let me show you what I've done. So let's see, on the tartan. Okay, on tartan drawing. I've adjusted this. So originally we had a colored background and then put the lines on top as an overlay and then laid our semi-transparent stuff over top of that. I didn't like the look of having the stripes made transparent. So instead I'm making the background color know the frame size. So it knows the first 2/12 are always grayed out. Well, it's a little opacity thing, but it always does those. And then it makes a frame with 4 times the highlight. Well, the 4 comes from a 1 representing 4 segments, okay? And then 12 is the number of segments overall. All right, so that's the accented color here. I think we're running so you can see the lines stay on top and the light green goes in the background. That's all great. And I pulled the overlay out. It got a lot simpler because of this. Yay. But I noticed something weird in the validating text field stuff. So let's see if I can set up an example. So 6, 2, and let's make a 22. Okay, so if you have 2 6-inch sets making 1 pleat, the natural box size is 4, but if you do 4, it can't come out even to 22 because 22 is not divisible by 4. So it selects 3 and 11/16 minus, I guess, as the size. It means there's a little overlap. All right, now what went wrong? Okay, I'm going to change this to 4. Now 4, it changed the box pleat. It changed it to a perfect box pleat, which is fine. But notice adjusted hip size is now 24 because it doesn't come out even. All right, but if I adjust this, okay, that seems wrong. It's a 4-inch width in a 6-inch set. It should have 4 inches for the pleat, and that leaves 1 inch for each side because it's 5 and 6. The drawing is wrong. And now I don't know of these others. I know for 2, 4 inches should have, well, it's also wrong. Okay. 4 inches times 6 is 24. So something's not updating right in all this. Now, what my theory is that there's a gap between the value. We maintain the string form of the value and the value form of the value. And so if you got the 4 there, it appears some things are updating around it properly, but the display here is not being updated. So, and the issue we came to, and I don't have a resolution, but I think it's coming because I'm dragging this, and we say if you're focused, this is not an external change, but in this case it is. All right, so let's put our focus here. I don't even know if I can do this. Okay, yeah, now put our focus here and drag. These are correct. Okay, well, is that correct? Oh, half a pleat. Okay, so it's 3 inches. Yeah, one inch. Okay. But yeah, so you can see clearly there's an issue with the focus. All right. So I tried taking out this is focused. Trying, because even if you're focused, if somebody outside you changes you, you should change. But if you're focused, yeah. So I think the problem is now, let's say you make an internal, you edit it internally. Here's 4. Let's see if this works. 4 point, oops. Okay, 4.2. Okay, well, that's maybe better. 8th. All right, now if I tab away, this 2, the 0.2 should move up a little. Okay, so that seems good. Is this correct now? And I think before I realized I wasn't recording, I said something about, there's not obviously wrong versus obviously right. And we're somewhere in the middle there. Maybe wrong, but not obviously wrong or something. Now, is this correct? Well, I've altered the thing. So if I change this, it does alter it. So that seems good. And it puts it back to 11/16, which is where it should be for a 22-inch hip. I don't know if I've got it now or not. But it's been a miserable hour trying to get it, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so let's see. We can trigger. All right, so for 2, this should form a box plate perfectly. Good. All right, now, oh, we still do have the problem, right? So if I do this, the gap changing and the overlap and all that stuff, that's changing because it's valid. Right now it's 2, and then here it's 1. Okay, and the 4-inch width is not right. Okay, so if I delete it and put 4, you see what it should be. So we are still having an update issue. Oh my goodness. And I don't know, for what I've done, I'm still not ready to characterize it exactly. So we set this up. We've got this at 4. Okay. Now I'll edit it. 4. Okay. And 6-inch set with 2, that's a perfect pleat. 1/3 of 12. All right, as I change this, it is not changing. And the reason is it's an external change, but we're focused. Now, I don't know if this is a symmetrical problem because oh no, it kind of is. We change input with this. So before, yeah, maybe that would be a better way. Yeah, would that work? Okay, so I think that's a good thought. So if I edit this and tab away, this changes fine. If I don't tab, I'll tab away again. That changes. If I don't tab away, it doesn't. Okay. Yeah, good idea. Can we... All right, so that's in the view. Yeah, this is not right either. Okay. So right, let's go see what a slider can do. Yeah, some sort of press state. Oh, we have on editing changed. But that's after it changed. When the user drags the slider. I guess we don't know if I mean I can try it for sure. Let's run it. Oh, I guess I should say it. Okay, so that's set it to 3 and 11/16. Let's make it 4. Good idea. Clear focus and will set. Is that will set on the slider or focused right now is a view state. So I don't think we have access there. I mean, not that could we pass it in or own it? I mean, it appears to be working here. Now this one, excuse me, the stepper has a similar problem, I think, then. Yeah. You can't have, you're not adjusting the hip size. It's clearly not really 4 inches, so well, let's go see Stepper. Yeah, he's on increment on decrement. Oh, he has on editing change too. All right. Okay. Right. Okay, 6, 2. Okay, so manually change this. This now does that. Okay, that's adjusting. And then if I manually change this to 4, adjusted hip size, no gap. If I change this, 3, 1.5 of 6 is 9. So yeah, that should be correct. And 3 times 7 is 21. It's a little too small. Okay. Wow. Thank you. I'm glad you didn't have to see the rest of it. Let's get this formatted. Yeah, I don't know if we'll set on this field. I don't think we care that we're this. I mean, really. I'm going to call this ideal hip. Says per plate, number of plates. And these are no longer being focused, so I'm going to take them out. Okay. Set. Now, ideal hip. Now, pleat width. Okay. Now, one more thing to check. Oops. Okay. All right. 3.2 / 8 tab. Good. Okay. Well, thank you. I see. I still don't know if the will set. We would have to pass the focus state into the Pleat designer. That feels a little odd. Like the focus, which field is focused, seems like it's a. Yeah, just it seems like it's a UI concern, not the design. All right. The focus when entering the slider switch. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we get the chance to do it on, like you said, it'd be nice if there were a press action for these. Um, we do get the individual increment decrement, but I don't think we're doing anything interesting enough there. Again, that'd be up at the view level. I feel like we're better. Gosh, I don't know. This is I won't say it's a domain object because it's not a domain object, but it's a pretty darn complicated control. And it's got a somewhat, well, it's got the input, and the error message is an output. Input is the contents of the field while you're editing it, and then the bound is the Pleat designer version of it being passed in to coordinate the two. Yeah, I think it's workable enough. I'm not liking this bound as a name. I don't know what I. And this is kind of the. It's almost like the backing string or something like that. I mean, I almost want to say value. I think that would actually be an improvement. I don't think we really particularly care that it's of value. I mean, of bound. We just set the value and don't worry about it. And then let's do it here too. Okay. I don't think it likes my idea. Okay. I'll do it manually. Value. Find out who breaks. Should be some callers breaking too. There we go. Okay. Let's see. So we deleted unused focus states. We added our renamed fields, but the real thing is this gesture thing. Okay. Well, where's my to-do list? All right. Highlight the sets and pleats in the diagram. We did that. Get sidetracked for an hour fixing a gesture issue. Okay, we did that. CALC 2339. Happy August. Okay, I think that was our goal, right? Visualizing sets per pleat. Okay, and I'm actually pretty happy with that part. Animate drawings, double formatter, type for pleat types. Okay, so I guess what we did was fix focus bug in validating text field. Didn't update field from external source if it were still focused. Okay. Well, animation, I mean, what I saw was there's an animation thing on text, on the text input. You can just say .animation. I don't know if we'll see a difference or not. Oh, I saw something. Well, it is animating. I don't know if it's this is not though. Is it? I don't think so. All right. Well, that does something. And then the other way is the actual, I think the updates. Where did I see this? Yeah, I mean it's changing as we edit it. I don't know if it's a useful change. 22. I mean, it's not ugly. I guess this is the one I would really like to see animated. Oh, that is animating. Okay. I don't know if it's distracting. What about this one? Okay, the other thing you do, is it with animation? I think that, is it a Swift UI thing? It's a little weird to be in here. I mean, it'd be nice if it were part of Foundation, but all right, let's run that. No, this one is one drawing. It's the same drawing. Basically, it's the gap ratio. Like, what's the gap versus the width? And if it's positive, it's a gap. If it's negative, it's an overlap, and all that. So I think that's okay. Let's see what this does. Yeah, that's doing an animation. I was hoping for a little more visual slide between them, but I don't. Maybe it's doing something there. I don't know if I can put qualifiers on here. Yeah. Easing out. Do I have to say duration? Yes. No, military's the same drawing. It's just if the ratio goes negative, it draws military. Oh yeah, if it goes negative. Okay. Yeah, step this. Okay, 5 seconds is clearly too long. And it's not animating my actual drawing. It's only animating the thing. Okay, well, I guess I'll let people tell me if it's too much. Yeah, no, I made a separate drawing for knife kilt, but we haven't done that. I just did that at some point when I couldn't, I didn't want to mess with stuff we were in the middle of. Okay, so it's BoxPleat drawing. We do call 2 different methods, but it's all in the same drawing object. Maybe that's what you're thinking of. Okay, or shape in this point. Yeah, I was really hoping gap ratio would animate. Let's look at gap ratio. I didn't know you did it like this. All right. Okay, so... Oh, I'm getting a little animation now. I don't know, I have to do it on a slow basis. Let me do that again. Ease in duration. Let's try 3. Okay. And then maybe... I don't know if gap will make a difference or not. I'm gonna live with this. I can set animation on the path. Ooh. Okay. Drawing. Is it on? Is that required? Yes. Okay. Well, is there an easier way than this? Oh, on the back of the path. Okay. Again, I probably have to specify one. No, not there, huh? BoxPleat shape. Path. Well, I gotta say, I'm not seeing it here. So this, they put the path, trimmed, stroked, all that stuff with the animation. So where do we do that? Is it here? Use with animation instead. Well, I probably want this down lower. Type cannot conform to view. I'm not seeing anything happening there. Yeah, I think I'm getting a little something. I'm clearly the gap is animating. And a little subtlety is fine. This is nice. That's accordion sort of look. All right. I think that's the animation. I mean, that's a level I wanted to get to. I'm sure someone could do better than this, but this gives it a little zing. All right. Well, double formatter type for Pleat types. Okay. So I don't know whether to pursue this one or not. What I see is that all these fields, their value types, the set, the hip, and width, we don't get much, if any, benefit from that. So if we had a double formatter that knew our fraction stuff, we would actually be able to use that just as well. It'd be simpler than our value formatter, although we still have that for the calculator, but it wouldn't be too hard to add. On the other hand, we're reusing the value stuff and it basically just works. That is okay. I think we're going to say not now on this one. Not now. Okay, so I'll just take that question down here. I guess it's not can we, because we know we can. It's really should we. The thing that would do would be get value out of things, and that, I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that as an active thing. I think it's a reasonable refactoring, but I'm going to put it down below knife pleats. Should we make a type for pleat types? Let's use knife pleats as the excuse to do that. Okay. And then I guess we'll just, let's see, what's not checked in at this point. All right. We don't need, yeah, that doesn't hurt. Okay, we added animation. Okay. Okay. Knife pleats. Oh, I want to do pleat designer. I think, in fact, this is a BoxPleat designer, and we should rename it. Because we're going to move into knife pleats too. And let's see, is there any other name that's just pleat validator? That might be okay. Pleat view. Well, I'm not sure how we're going to do that. All this stuff, the tartan stuff would stay the same, but the body of it would change. So we might have to pull out a separate class. All right, let's do a build. Who didn't rename? I guess we'll just do a, oh, there it goes. Okay. Brackets should have their brackets in a new line. Yeah, I guess. Oh, pleat designer should be BoxPleat designer. Tests. All right. Oh, and then we had equations. What were those called? They really are BoxPleat equations. And they are very specific to that. Okay. I thought we had tests for those. Maybe they're all coming out of the pleat validator. All right. Okay, and so with that, we will take up knife pleats tomorrow, and they're just another form of pleat. They're simpler. They just kick back and then come out, and the pleat is the visible part, and the depth is a little bit interesting. So we'll see about that. All right. Well, thanks for joining in. Sorry it was a short session. Mudshark666, you definitely saved my bacon there on the on the focus. So that was great. And I will see you tomorrow, 2 to 4:30 Eastern, 6 to 8:30 p.m. UTC. And have a good evening. Thanks. Bye-bye.